I sleep halfway through. Then I woke up with a sense of clarity. I can never be the one for you. Hey! 'Cause I feel better in my own world. Trying to be perfect tends to wear me out. And I've been wondering when this road ends. Tired of being hopeless, paralyzed with doubt. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, trying to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds. We're flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. When you're young, the world might break you down. Fell off a couple times, but I'm better now. I found my smile, but it took a little darkness and silence in the middle of the night. I learned to take my time with healing up my mind and knowing it's alright. Oh, 'cause I feel better in my own world. Trying to be perfect tends to wear me out. And I've been wondering when this road ends. Tired of being hopeless, paralyzed with doubt. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, trying to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds. We're flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, try to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds. We're flawless as it is.
I mean, NBA 2K influences fashion because, I mean, everybody that likes playing the game now, they can see what their favorite basketball players or people are wearing, especially even live. When people are walking through the tunnel now, they could wear streetwear and things like that. Before, basketball players were wearing like suits. You never knew how they dressed outside of.
On the floor, the visiting Sacramento Kings. At small forward, Harrison Barnes. At shooting guard, Bogdanovich. At the other forward position, Nemanja Bjelica. At center, Marvin Bagley. At the other guard position, De'Aaron Fox. The head coach of the visiting team is Luke Walton. Let's meet your Cleveland Cavaliers starting lineup. At the point guard position, 6 feet 1 inches, number 10, Darius Garland. At small forward, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 16, Jenny Osmond. The other guard, 6 feet 1 inches, number 2, Colin Sexton. The starting forward from UCLA, number 0, Kevin Love!
we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Sacramento Kings. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. D.A., take it away.
De'Aaron Fox talked about his mentality on the court. You put the ball in his hands, he says, I'm going to take over the game. It doesn't have to be scoring, just always attacking. Always. You got to be a dog. Don't back down from anyone. Kevin, I know you're a dog. Back to you.
A little intimidation factor, D.A. Thanks. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Sexton.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Marvin Bagley is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. And for the Cavaliers, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround him with great shooters in Bogdanovich and Hield. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense on a nightly basis throughout the course of a regular season. Pretty nice looking shot there from De'Aaron Fox, looking more comfortable.
Bagley brings the double team. And Love has it in the corner. Here's Sexton. That falls. Great assist by Love.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Here's Barnes. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Garland with it. Over in the corner, Osman. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Here's Bagley. And he gets it to go.
And he's just an attacking player. A guy who doesn't mind a little contact. Bagley there with a strong finish.
Now, here's Garland. Guarded by Fox. Garland with the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure. A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Cleveland moving the ball around. And Drummond kicks to Sexton. Off target from outside. Bogdanovich up top. And he banks in the layup.
Tough to be upset at that kind of defense. You got to credit Bogdanovich, pretty much zoned in.
Love outside. Sinks the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Barnes. 9 points last game out.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And that one's good. Osman.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Fox with it. Guarded now by Sexton. And he makes that one. Fox has got his second bucket tonight.
And becoming more confident and a little bit more poised in terms of how he scores is De'Aaron Fox.
Garland with it. Working on Bagley. Sexton deciding where to go with it. No good on that one. Great D that time from Bagley. So for the Kings, they come in off the loss to the Pelicans. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas. but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
And the first one at the line is good.
Oh, my God.
Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up three. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Barnes hits them both.
Harrison Barnes, great experience at Golden State, a proven champion on that team, and now entering prime years of his career, trying to be consistent and trying to get a little bit better. Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
The Kings trailing. Here's Fox. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
You see how dangerous De'Aaron Fox can be when he uses that speed.
Cavaliers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Garland kicks to Love. Inside, and stolen by Bielitsa. And now Sacramento on the break. Here's Barnes, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Cleveland gets called for the foul. For Sacramento, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And he knocks down the first one. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
Makes it off the glass. Barnes has got 6.
Using every bit of muscle he's got on that one, what can I say? Harrison Barnes likes to get in and attack.
Now, here's Sexton. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Over in the corner, Osman lets it go from deep. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Here's Bogdanovich. And stolen by Sexton. The pass to Garland. Doubled by Bogdanovich. Garland, the pass to Drummond. Out left to the wing. The open look here for Sexton. Buries it from three-point range. Sexton's got his second basket of the game.
Well, Sexton's confidence growing now, knocking it down from the three-point line. That's big.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Doubled by Fox. To the right side. Here's Osman. And a miss there on the triple. And so Fox will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Bagley with the bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Now, here's Garland. D right on him. Now, here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against Chicago. 6 to shoot. And that one's good. Osman. He's got 6. Here's Fox. Leading by 5. Here's Bagley. And the Kings check on 2 more.
Marvin Bagley is in a nice groove right now.
And the call will be against Marvin Bagley. That's his first foul. Porter's checked in for Cleveland. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Sacramento. And so here's Cleveland. Lobbed up there for Drummond. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for Andre Drummond. He's right around 17 points a night, 15 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Now, here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Sacramento making their last shot. Hield outside. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Garland kicks to Sexton. And Love has it in the corner. Rebound by the Kings. Bagley's got his 4th rebound in this one. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Down low, here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Giles. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Kings lead by 12.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Nance, no good. On offense, here are the Kings. They're on a 17-7 run.
And for the Cavs, their number 1 goal is to identify a young superstar to build around.
Yeah, they've had a nice collection here of guys that they hope step up and step out. Cleveland's only 2 Rookie of the Year award winners have been LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Franchise changers hard to find.
And the first one drops.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
Sexton, he's checked in for Cleveland. Good on both. And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
Sacramento leading by 14. Bazemore misses. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Nance, it's deflected.
Sensational coverage by Bazemore there. His length makes him a threat to always be able to block shots like that.
Joseph, that's good.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Bagley with the block.
Bagley timing that one well and intimidating.
Parker's checked in for the Kings. Fires for three. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Healed with the bucket.
Kent Bazemore knows that his contributions come from being active and Bazemore becoming a better passer.
Nance outside. Here's Windler. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league coming a long way?
What an impact.
Massive.
Take a break.
What you're seeing, too, over the past few years, Kevin, is people doing a great job of using the G League a lot better. Not just experimenting and lab ratting what that team is about, but really well thought out player development and stints for guys on their team rather than just practicing and traveling and sitting and watching games. You're watching guys go play a game in the afternoon and then coming up to the NBA level and participating in an NBA game that night. That's going to go a long way to make guys in the early part of their career take the necessary strides in a lot quicker than they normally would.
This two-way contract has been a wonderful addition.
Except if you talk to their agents, Kevin. Yes, it's been very good for the control of an organization to find that kind of talent. Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
He gets that one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The feed to Sexton. It's deflected.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Hield, and the shot is good. Hield's got 8.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
The Cavaliers shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Thompson passes to Porter. Here's Windler. He's covered by Bazemore. Windler with the bucket. He's got 5.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Parker. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And the Kings lead by 21. Here's Windler. Covered by Hield. Oh, Nance in position. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Fox.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Some of the numbers here on Buddy Hield. How the second half of the season has shaped up for him. Averaging about 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered. Oh, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Bucket is good. Hield's got 10 points in the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now, here's Sexton. He's got 8. On the wing, Porter. Pass to Windler. Beyond the arc. Sacramento grabs the miss.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
They swipe it, and they're moving it up. Here's Sexton. Softly drops in the floater. 10 points for him.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire. Now that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Let's go.
24 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Right here. On the wing. No.
Just 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. He's off on that one. We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. Kings lead by 21. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Kings here, they've been really putting on a show, guys.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to Chicago. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Sexton. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the shooting guard position. Kings leading now by 23. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
Bazemore feeding off the contact. It did not slow him down on that possession. Good finish.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Here's Windler. Sacramento making their last shot. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Thompson doing a good job looking for his teammates, using his size to see over the defense.
Bazemore gets the bucket. Bazemore's got 8 here in the quarter.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Sexton the pass to Nance. Here's Porter. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Nance is just such a cerebral player out there, does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist.
And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Just playing with poise and confidence, man. They continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Now, here's Sexton. He's got 10. Thompson passes to Windler. It's stolen by Hield. And here we go. Joseph's got it. The fast break chance. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Dare I say it, this game is all about Bazemore. He's playing with a real edge.
Here's Sexton. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. To the paint, here's Thompson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The fourth pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
The Kings making a switch here. Bielitsa, he checks in for Jabari Parker. Harrison Barnes comes in for Kent Bazemore. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Hield. And it's Fox in for Corey Joseph.
Tristan Thompson is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. So to do that, you can't be afraid to throw your weight around.
Assisted by Harrison.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Garland dishes to Porter. Passes it to Thompson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Thompson shoots such a high percentage on the inside, most of his shots coming around the rim.
Here's Holmes. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 5 assists tonight.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Inside, here's Thompson. Good D by Barnes.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Yeah, Bielitsa pushing right through the contact that time.
Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. For 3, Love drills the three-pointer. Love's got his second bucket of the night.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide-open three.
And with a quick break on the court, we've got some time to show you the list of the top rookie shot blockers over the course of the last month. You take a look at Porter, one of the top intimidators in the league, a fierce shot blocker.
He's been a factor on the inside, an impressive stretch for him defensively.
And stolen by Bielitsa. Here's the break, the finish, and Holmes throws it down.
A nice job by Bielitsa. Be patient, look for teammates. He found one.
Here's Garland. To the middle, here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Bielitsa. Well, for Bielitsa, he's not the most athletic player on the floor, but Brent, he produces.
Yeah, Bielitsa, one of those guys who can flow into a transition and stop 3 or 4 feet behind the three-point line and drill you from there. So a nice guy as a secondary option on the break is Bielitsa.
Two.
He's off on the first. Even though officials try to be as objective as possible, Brent, it does sometimes feel like we get superstar calls, though, correct?
I think there's absolutely superstar calls, Kevin. And, you know, the purist in me wants the referees to keep it fair. But understanding that the game is entertainment and understanding what it takes to be that level of player, every now and then seeing a guy like James Harden getting a few more free throws or watching Giannis find his way to the line a few more times, I shrug my shoulders and I say, yeah, I actually kind of get it.
Yeah, good examples. Here's Osman, guarded by Holmes. Back to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. And Fox gets it to go.
Well, Fox trying to work on that outside jump shot, become more consistent. Nice bucket there.
Here's Garland. And yes, it's good. Garland's got his second basket.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Bobbed up there for Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place. From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
And Barnes comes to help. Down low, here's Osman. Rebounded by Holmes.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here's Garland. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Kevin Love. Since the All-Star break, he's been unstoppable. He's right around 17 points a night, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
Garland kicks to Osman. No good from outside.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Bielitsa with the bucket.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
Now, here's Garland. Guarded by Fox. Porter against Bogdanovich. Clock at 6. And the dunk by Love.
Love has some height and enough ability to get up and throw it down.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
What a culture shift it's been in Sacramento the last few years. Vlade Divac, along with Peja Stojakovic, 2 of the legendary Sacramento Kings players, finding their footing and trying to put their stamp on this organization with some of the young talent that they've acquired.
And the Kings making a change here. Giles is checked in.
And here are some numbers on Fox. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 14th in scoring, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And yeah, one of the most dangerous scorers in the game. He's already come up big in some key games this year. His teammates really feed off his presence, I think. And Brent, around the league, people are saying the Kings are one of the scarier teams on the rise.
Well, they drafted decently. They play a system that now is speaking to some of their young talent. They've had a nice blend. It's been a long time coming in Sacramento, but fans coming out to the new arena to support this new, young, hungry Kings group.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010. Defense shaking their heads, no idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Now Porter. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game to stop the run, and the layup is up and in. Osman's got 8. And then in 2013 with Miami, LeBron Brent finished 1 ballot shy of earning all the MVP votes.
Well, we wouldn't see a unanimous MVP winner until Steph Curry did it in 2016, but just as impressive, if not more so, LeBron James with a total of 4 MVP trophies over a 5-year span.
Fox, no good. Cleveland's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Bogdanovich against Porter. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Sunday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for their matchup with the Magic, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
And he makes the first. And Porter drops them both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Fox. It's good from long range. Fox has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Sacramento.
The awareness of Fox starting to come through here. You sag off him for a little bit, sticks the jumper.
And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. In for your Cavaliers. Windler.
Now here's Drummond. Defense right on him. Here's Barnes.
Too much at that.
Like to see Fox with that fast, quick decision on the defensive end of the floor.
And so here's Cleveland. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. They hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Nancy's checked in for Kevin Love.
In for your Cavaliers, Larry Nance Jr.
Here's Osman. He's got 8.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Cleveland shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Sacramento's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Elbow shot. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Harrison Barnes very comfortable in that catch and shoot.
Cleveland's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's Osman. He's got 10. He can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Here's Garland.
Such a long road to recovery from Harry Giles, but so many people rooting for Harry when it is that he makes some kind of plays that remind you of when Giles was one of the top recruits coming out of his high school class, one that included De'Aaron Fox and also Jason Tatum.
Fox with it. Garland picks him up, and Fox gets it to go.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game?
Garland, the pass to Nance. Got a piece of it. Outside, Fox. A beautiful reverse layup. Fox has got 29 in the game. And as you said, Brent, with Giles, the potential is there, and that's why they drafted him.
Well, they still think that they're going to explore the massive upside to what Harry Giles represents. Great size, great skill, and it's about him just feeling more and more confident in the health of his body to be able to produce like we've seen on some nights here, Kevin.
Garland with the bucket.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Here's Sacramento now. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
And guys, these teams don't see each other too often, but last year they would have liked to see a little bit more of them, the way they were able to take care of their business.
Drummond passes to Osman, and they pick up 2. Osman's got 12 in the game.
Now that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me. Oh, that mid-range J usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Sexton's checked in. And then for Sacramento, Alex Len's checked in for Bielitsa. Buddy Hield comes in for Bogdanovic. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Fox.
You can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
Now, here's Garland. He's got 6. Nance outside to the inside. Rindler. That shot no good. Good D by Barnes. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
That's more like it, rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
Down low. And that one drops. He has 7.
Now Sexton working the ball to a teammate. That's what you want to see from him.
Here's Len. Lays it up off the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for the Sacramento Kings. He has been a determined scorer today. 29 points altogether for him, and I think there's more where that came from. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Harrison, a big first half for you offensively. How did you get loose?
My teammates just been finding me. I've just been trying to just run hard, make good backdoor cuts, run it in transition, and they've been giving me good looks.
You have not stopped moving at all, and it's led to good results. Thanks, Harrison. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. De'Aaron Fox was on fire in the first half. He had 29 points, 6 assists, and 2 steals. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
This is what I like to see from De'Aaron Fox. He's figured out a way to harness his speed and stay patient and lead his team and putting up points at the same time.
Looking at Cleveland, Jack, your thoughts?
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they could control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. On the floor for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Bagley in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball after the Kings pick up 2. And here is Garland. To the paint, here's Love, and Love throws it down.
Such an effective player, and his confidence right now all-time high with this kind of night.
Fox, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Fox has got 31.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Garland with it. The slam dunk by Garland.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report, thank you so much. Shot on the wing. It's rebounded by Cleveland. 2 minutes into the second half of play now, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Marvin Bagley picks one up. The Cavaliers have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Kings have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 35 points for De'Aaron Fox. Here's Garland. Bagley with the block. And now the Kings, fast break. Bielitsa with the bucket. Bielitsa's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, Bagley with a nice job of surveying there.
The Cavaliers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Now, here's Sexton. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And Love throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Sexton dishes to Garland. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, that's up there. Harrison Barnes with momentum rises up, and that's a highlight.
Cavaliers have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Out to the wing. Cleveland moving it around.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Fox. Again, Sacramento.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Now, here's Garland. Not a lot of room. Bagley with the block. And now Sacramento on the break. Barnes got the ball. Here's Fox, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Fox has got 39.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Garland. Garland's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Bielitsa.
Bielitsa can surprise you at times, not just as a shooter, but pump faking, putting the ball on the deck, and trying to become a playmaker. As long as he's under control, he can do some nice things out there.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Andre Drummond, and Porter subbed in for Jetty Osman. So he gets them both.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And here are the Cavaliers now. Garland, the pass to Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Tristan Thompson straight to the rack, and taking care of the ball as well.
With the pass. Here's Fox. Buries the 20-footer. Fox has got 41.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Outside Porter. There's Garland. Great D that time from Bagley.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And Garland comes to help. Fox.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Now, here's Garland. He's got 10. Thompson finds Love. Porter with it. He's covered by Bazemore. Knocked away. Clock at 4. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Well, always some very sneaky defenders on the wings in the NBA, and since the All-Star break, no players have been better at setting traps than these small forwards. You take a look at Bazemore, 5th in the NBA, very crafty player.
And this is the set of guys that can do as much or more damage with their defense as they can with their offense. They know how to swoop in for a steal from anywhere on the floor.
Just a great job of anticipation. These guys defend the entire court in transition, in the half-court set. It doesn't matter. They're out there agitating, disrupting, doing everything they can to unsettle an opposing offense.
And the second free throw, good.
It felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
For Cleveland, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. It's blocked. Parker surveying the floor. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Parker's got his second basket of the night.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Hield. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
That's got to feel good for the young player. Buddy Hield showing a full arsenal tonight offensively.
Here's Sexton. Misses the 3.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
The Cavaliers shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. Puts it up from 12. Garland, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Love is confident when it comes to attacking the defense, especially when he gets closer and closer to the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
In examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
And that one falls for Love.
Kevin Love moving into prime years of his career and continues to be an impressive player. Proven champion and a nightly double-double threat.
And so he makes both from the line. Thank you, Cleveland! Kings shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. Wing shot on the way. Joseph, that's good. Joseph's got 8. Now Cleveland shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Pass to Porter, to the middle. Here's Windler, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Here's Hield, and he banks in the layup. He's got 18.
Pretty good concentration by Hield there, just focusing on the target.
And here are the Cavaliers now. Now Sexton. He's got 10. Looking to get back on track here. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Hield can't hit.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Here's Windler. He's got 9. And a wide open look for Porter. Off target with his 3. Goes up the baseline. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, he's a good shooter from the mid-range. Hield had some breathing room, took a deep breath, and fired.
And the layup's good off the glass. 12 points for Colin Sexton.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Here's Sexton. Sacramento making their last shot. There's the pass to Windler. Puts up a 3. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's Bazemore. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Assist from Corey Joseph.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Inside, here's Porter. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Porter's got 8.
Colin Sexton forced into the role in Cleveland with tons of minutes, but also having to orchestrate the offense for a very young team.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
At the top of the key, Thompson. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Just 3 to shoot. The shot by Sexton, no good.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
That's 10 straight off of the mid-range.
it's tipped.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Hield with the bucket. And here's Sexton. 12 points for him. Pass to Windler. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. He's got 14.
Well, maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
That one good for 2.
Now, Bazemore looks like he's starting to get himself going here with good touch on that J.
Sexton the pass to Windler. Here's Porter. Makes it off the glass.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Here's Joseph. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Windler. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got rebound number 13 with that last one. And the dunk by Parker.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
Sexton the pass to Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Selected with the 8th pick back in the 2018 draft, Colin Sexton, the main reward for the Cavs after the Kyrie Irving trade.
Sexton wearing the same number 2 jersey as Irving doesn't feel the need to measure up to expectations created by Kyrie. Cavs fans, though, hope he does.
Cavaliers with some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for Thompson. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Jetty Osman in for Porter. Then for the Kings, Rashawn Holmes. He's checked in for Bagley. Harry Giles comes in for Jabari Parker. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Kent Bazemore. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Drummond. Back to Sexton. Pass to Osman. Drummond in the post, guarded by Holmes. And the rejection by Holmes. Clock is at 3. Oh, Nance in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, you could throw it just about anywhere for Larry Nance Jr., and then he'll know what to do with it.
That's a 2 from Hield. It's rebounded by Cleveland. 19 seconds left here in the third quarter. The shot's good from Nance.
I'd like to see Larry Nance Jr. keep working on the interior part of his game. Shots like this can help his confidence.
And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Joseph's got 8 points in the quarter. Sexton with it. From the stripe. Drummond. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Exum is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then it's Nance, and it's McKinney in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Back to Zizic. Kicks it to Exum. From deep. And no good that time. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Goes up on the wing. Shot by Joseph. No good. Now Cleveland shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. To the paint. Here's Zizic. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, a big reason why Dellavedova is out there is because he can see who's available.
Farrell gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Floats one up. Nance passes to Zizic. Wants to get it to Dellavedova and does. And it's denied. They get it back. One-on-one fast break. Baseline try. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Well, Bogdanovich showing he's got speed out on the wing and running hard to fill the lane.
The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. The pass to McKinney, uncovered, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
Probing and looking and finding ways. Bogdanovich really in attack mode here tonight.
Here's McKinney. And that one goes long.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here is Dellavedova. Pass to Zizic. Rebound by the Kings. Holmes got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Farrell can't hit.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Outside, Joseph. Over Dellavedova. Here's Holmes. Lays it up off the glass.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now, here's Exum. Passes to Zizic. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Farrell gets the bucket. And so it's Cleveland with it. Pass to Zizic. Shoots over Holmes. The shot's good from Zizic.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
And it's off the back rim. No good. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Kings have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Pulls up on the wing. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Here's Exum. Here's McKinney. Rebounded by Holmes.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Timeout called by the Kings. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything, free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt three-point shooting percentage, two-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league? Right. As if, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
Now off the inbound, a nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Cleveland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's McKinney, and that's a foul called on Ante Zizic. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
The Kings have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Farrell gets the bucket. Now here is Dellavedova. Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap and overspending? And outspending smaller markets.
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you have for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin. And that's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
Offensive rebound. Another shot. Nice jump shot. Good. Holmes got 6 points in the quarter.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
Now here is Dellavedova. And the pass to Zizic from past the arc. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got 4 rebounds in this game. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Hey, you're mucking with a G here, she ain't talk to me. Maybe listen to the man that really dies his own lobotomy. Off the taping, baby, we broke for you. You can't fulfill it with a pure absence of hope can do. Only the leap through blame it brings him the proof. Instead of the wings, so be the dawners, hope they broken you. Yeah, they better hope that I'm a full force of the cold fast. See the cold floor, what? Had a hell max, had a shop right, give me 2 meals and the lights on. I'm a do right, get a new crew, make a new life, never boo-hoo, never lose sight. I'm a voodoo with a burst off from my old soul, with a stop drop, with a squad top, we don't stop a lot. We don't talk a lot about it, we just... And I'm a cosmonaut, scream. I promise y'all, I could've jumped a couple times, I took my eyes off the prize, y'all. I know a few people pray for my job. But like cream, I had to rise, y'all. Oh my, y'all. I could've jumped a couple times, I took my eyes off.
Kent Bazemore is checked in for Bogdanovich. And so Bazemore will bring it up for Sacramento. Farrell, that's a 2-pointer. A quick shot there, and it's off target. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Top of the key, Exum. Knocks it loose. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Joseph. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland.
Tristan Thompson.
Cleveland moving it around. Shot clock at 5. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Sacramento's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Yep, it counts. 18 points for Joseph.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Down low, here's Exum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his 4th assist in this one. And it's Sacramento's ball. Giles, he trains the quick shot. Brent, you know, the NBA, not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional careers. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
Yeah, so reliable. He clearly needs to be more involved in the offense as they try to shrink this lead.
Farrell can't hit. The Cavaliers shooting around 37% in the 4th quarter. The minutes starting to wear on them. Got a hand on it. Right side, Joseph. Tries again. Giles, that's good.
Great hustle on display, and you know what? It's paying off with those second chance points.
Dellavedova, the pass to McKinney. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. A second chance effort. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, that's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Now here is Dellavedova. He's guarded closely. He kicks to Exum. Something Commissioner Silver has mentioned, Brent, the possibility of a mid-season tournament. You ever see that happening?
It'd be interesting to see if that idea grows some legs here, Kevin, and adopting what it is that in soccer leagues in Europe have done for many years, because teams hone in on what those individual cups mean and competition raises, and you earn something for the end of the year. If Commissioner Silver can find a way to get that done, it becomes very intriguing instead of an all-star weekend to have teams gather for a mid-season tournament with something on the line. Elevated competition.
Well, kids play that at high school. They play that in the college level. It would make sense that it could fit in the NBA as well.
It'd be interesting, and especially halfway through the year, to reinvigorate your fan base with something like that, I think would be great.
Good point. Here's Bazemore. They get it back. Giles, and it's blocked. Now Dellavedova to the inside. The shot's good from Zizic. Zizic has got 10 points here in the second half.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Exum passes to Zizic, and he jams it with authority.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Now Cleveland shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Dellavedova scanning the floor. Exum with a wide open look. And there's Thompson putting it right back in. Thompson's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, Kevin, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Now, here's Exum. He's covered by Joseph. Dellavedova from outside. It's hauled in by the Kings.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
When people talk about a player's mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment in that?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that the players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league, that the body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Interesting.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Kings.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for De'Aaron Fox.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Turn me into a giant. A thin line between living and I'm on the edge and I might just die.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, De'Aaron Fox.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
After 2 straight losses, they switched it up a bit tonight, giving him a much bigger role, and it's worked out even better than they could have hoped for. Farrell, that's a 2-pointer. Larry Nance comes up with the rebound. Dellavedova finds Exum. Back to Dellavedova for 3. No good. So the Kings will take it the other way. Here's Joseph. Drains the 19-footer.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And there it is for him.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Farrell, and he gets it to go from the high post.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, you guys really got after it tonight. Is this the kind of mentality you want to impose on the other team?
Just as long as I stay aggressive, don't rush the game, don't get outside of my game, but continue to play hard.
Well, you got your teammates looking for you tonight, Jabari. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.